Above was formed in July 2008, and Puna Chamachaya, who I've known for a long time, came to me and said, "Hey, would you be part of this team to start something?" I said, "What are we going to start?" And he said, "I want to start an IT company which is different." And I said, "Okay, that's good, so what constitutes us and what makes us different?" And so we spent some time, we said, okay, the first thing would be to get some people who are really experts in industry. So we sort of brought in some really talented people from the industry who had done these kinds of things before. But most importantly, we had to set a vision for the company and a direction that is not another Me Too company. Because it's quite easy to create a services company. I'm not saying that not all companies that are created like this will be successful, but it's somewhat easy to create a company who says that I will bring all the technical skills that our customers would want, and then I will provide them with the manpower and technology expertise. That's a way to start a company. But if you want to differentiate yourself in an industry where there are already people and companies that exist, then how do you do that? You sort of have to have some sort of a vision as to what you're going to do. And for us, we wanted to really build, expertise and capabilities in some new areas. Whether it's mobile applications, web and content development, collaborative computing, cloud, or even open source. That this is what we're doing, and I say, okay, that's a little different than what other companies do. So, having solved, or at least having sort of said that we're going to do some of these newer technologies, the other important thing for us is to really attract good people, retain good people, and provide them an environment, provide them a platform where they can get better, and provide them a platform where we can really give them challenging work. Customer work is challenging, but sometimes you need to do something which is more creative, which you can call as your own. So we sort of said, okay, look, as we look at these technologies, let's also look at some new areas as to how we use these technologies to create some applications. The whole idea around creating video collaboration with Tango FX came because of this. The whole idea for us to have done some state-of-the-art projects, whether it's in the finance area or in the education marketplace, came because we wanted to take the new technology and then see how we can apply new technology to really provide some solutions in these industries. And in many cases, the projects that we did were, first of a kind. And the measure of the company is not to create big people size. The measure of the company is really to build something which can sustain in the industry for a long time. But at the same time, in the eyes of our customers, it should look like, wow, these guys are doing something interesting, these guys can add value to me. That's the measure of the company. So, it almost goes to this whole saying, right? It's not how loud your bark is, it's how powerful your bite is. So I think for us, the foundation and the vision for this company is to build a differentiated set of products and services that would be of value to our customers. So if you were to ask me, what's vision? What's Abhav's vision? I would say that Abhav's vision is to provide an exciting place for employees to work, solving really interesting customer problems with new technologies, and thereby differentiating ourselves, to be the leaders in the space that we play. As a chairman of ABAB, it is very interesting for me not to become so actively involved in the day-to-day operation, but to set, directions, guidance, put frameworks, whether it's in terms of corporate governance, whether it's in terms of defining a strategy and a vision, whether it is in terms of the type of company that we build and the culture that we will sort of form as we develop the business. So there's a lot of things that I do, which really is what I call is framework setting. Our management team here has got tremendous amount of expertise, in large companies, in small companies, in startup companies. So in some ways my job becomes quite easy, with all these people. But even then, what we have to do is take stock of where we are. So we have every quarter we have a board meeting where we sort of take a look at, okay, what did we set out to do? Are we doing it? What are the gaps? How do we fix it? Simple things like, starting from customer acquisition to technology capabilities to product strategy to culture. Because at the end of the day, if you treat your employees well, and if you give them a platform where they can grow, both intellectually, technically, and financially, there will be loyalty. Loyalty is bi-directional. So what we want to do is to create a company whose culture is to really challenge our employees, provide them with the opportunity to learn new things. And we also expect our employees to, put in the type of work that they have to do to make themselves better. Because at the end of the day, if they feel that they have to get better, they want to get better, we have a better product to offer to our customers. So our culture is one of, entrepreneurial. Our culture is one of creative. We look for ideas. Many ideas can come from our customers. Ideas can come from our employees. So it's not being in management and being part of the board doesn't mean that you have to think of everything. What you have to do is to provide a platform for people to, express their ideas, give us new ideas. And our job at that point is to sort of take it, look at it, what I call is test it, and put together a good strategy to implement it. Because at the end of the day, ideas are money. How do you take some ideas and implement it? So things like this for us, defines the way that we want to treat our employees. We want to reward excellence. We want to encourage risk-taking. But at the same time, we want people to be cognizant that we are also working for customers where we have to deliver our commitment. So my simple statement is that excellence is exceeding our customer expectations, because it's very critical that we do that. Excellence is achieving and exceeding your own expectations. And excellence is overachieving your commitments to your company. And the company has to do the same thing with individuals. So it's really, culture of a company is really bi-directional. You have to give freedom, but at the same time people would have had to take freedom and then use it in the right context. I think we've had pretty solid 5 years from a company perspective. I think we've set out to achieve what we wanted to achieve, albeit, we've had good, tough road that we had to follow. Nothing is easy in life, but I think if you sort of take a look at where we are and look back over the last 5 years, I think we've done quite well. Some people may say, well, 100 people, why aren't we 500 people? And I just said earlier, I don't think we measure ourselves by just increasing the number of people. I think we measure ourselves by the kind of things that we do, the kind of brand that we build, the kind of brand that our customers respect. And today I'm quite happy to say that every customer that we work with, have always come back to us with new businesses, and each one of them have become our biggest ambassadors to their colleagues. And in some ways that makes our life a little easier. If we deliver good products to our customers, they recommend it to their colleagues, our business will grow. So I'm very happy to say that our employees, our management team, they've done a great job in terms of satisfying our customers. I think, going from 100 to 200 or 100 to 300, we'll have to adapt and we'll have to change. We'll have to put some new things in place. We have to eliminate some things that we do today. I think those are the kinds of things that we will be looking. I'm quite excited about the opportunities for growth. I think one very critical element in terms of growth is to attract the best people. And I'm quite pleased as I talk to our employees and as I talk to our management that I find that our employees is one of the bigger sources of our hiring some people. If we have an employee who's satisfied and wants his or her friend to come and join us, that's a positive for us, because there's an inbuilt reference that we get from our own employees who bring their colleagues and friends who's got the kind of talents that we need. So as I see it, we've got a good, solid ride for the last 5 years, and I'm betting that we will have a better ride over the next 5 years. And I think we'll continue to build the brand and continue to differentiate ourselves.